Now there's another way of finding the x-intercepts, a very quick way, using the quadratic formula, and this is it here. If your quadratic is ax squared plus bx plus c, then the x-intercepts is given by that formula there, minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared take 4ac over 2a. That bit under the square root sign, by the way, is called the discriminant, the b squared take 4ac. Now you can see if that turns out to be negative, then we'll have no solutions. If it's positive, then we'll have 2 solutions. If it's 0, we have 1 solution, and we'll look at that in a sec. But let's use the formula first. First of all, the proof of that formula comes from basically completing the square. You could go through that proof in your own time. You just add on half the coefficient of x squared to both sides, and you go through that whole process and you'll end up with that formula. So to use this, let's quickly do an example. I'll do the first one. X squared take 4x take 3. X squared take 4x take 3 equals 0. Alright, now we want to use the quadratic formula. First of all, you have to have it in the form ax squared plus bx plus c, and we do. And that means a is 1, because that's the coefficient of x squared. B is minus 4, the coefficient of x, and c is minus 3, the coefficient, the constant term. We plug that into the formula, which is minus b plus or minus the square root of the discriminant, which is b squared take 4ac, all divided by 2a. So we put in b there, so it's minus minus 4, plus or minus the square root of minus 4 squared, which is 16, minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2 lots of a. Now that's 4 plus or minus the square root. 4 3s are 12, that's a plus 12, so 16 plus 12, we're up to 28, all divided by 2. Now we can actually simplify this. We could say that root 28 is the same as root 7 times root 4. And I chose that purposely because I know root 4 is 2, so it's going to cancel with the bottom one. Did that rather than say something like 14 times 2. And so 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. And this is 2 here, 2 root 7, but the 2 cancel out, so it's just root 7. So what we have is 2 x-intercepts. So the quadratic formula has told us that the quadratic has 2 x-intercepts. One is 2 plus root 7, and the other is 2 minus root 7. Now, also do note that because of the symmetry, let's actually put the y-axis here, and this is the x-axis. Notice in the middle of this will be x equals 2, because this is 2 plus something and this is 2 take something, and because it's symmetrical, that means that 2 has to be in between those 2 x-intercepts. So in general, we can say that the axis of symmetry, that's this dotted line here, the axis of symmetry actually is this fraction here minus b on 2a, because this actually is minus b on 2a plus or minus the square root of b squared take 4ac all over 2a. So this here is in the center, this bit here, and you plus or minus an extra bit onto it. Okay, so you can have a go at some of these here. 1E3 question 1. And here are the solutions. 1E3, 2 plus or minus root 7, and you've got B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I.